all you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business. Good morning and thanks for tuning in. You're listening to the daily morning update from Bloomberg Quint and I'm Alex Matthew. Today is the 18th of December. The International Monetary Fund is set to significantly cut India's growth estimate, according to its chief economist, Geeta Gopinath. In October, the IMF had forecast 6.1% growth for India in 2019 and 7% in 2020. This forecast will be reviewed next month. Gopinath also expressed doubt that India's GDP will hit the $5 trillion mark in 2025. She said the economy will have to grow at 10.5% in nominal terms as against 6% in the last 6 years and 8 to 9% in real terms to achieve the $5 trillion aspiration. The Finance Ministry has set its monthly GST collection target at 1.1 lakh crore amid talks that the government is likely to miss its tax collection target for the current financial year. That's a PTI report that quoted unnamed sources. CRISIL Research anticipates that farm profits are set to rise as output fell and prices rose. According to CRISIL, overall farm profits per hectare will grow 7 to 9% on an annual basis in the current crop year that ends in March 2020. In the telecom space, there's good news for the incumbents Bharti Airtel and Vodafone Idea. Telecom operators will continue to pay cross-network call charges for another year, known as interconnect user charges. For domestic calls, the interconnect user charge of 0.06 rupees or 6 paise per minute will now stay till the 31st of December 2020, according to the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, who said this in a release yesterday. Nearly all the lenders approved state-run NBCC's bid for JP Infratech, paving the way for the completion of apartments of more than 22,000 home buyers. NBCC's resolution won 97.36% of the votes of the Committee of Creditors, according to the results of the e-voting. Homebuyers had 57.8% of the vote, and the winning bid needed 66%. In the banking space, State Bank of India Chairman Rajneesh Kumar on Tuesday said that it will take up to 3 years more to list its general insurance arm. The bank will list its asset management company before SBI General Insurance, he said. Sticking with the banking space, customer complaints to the Reserve Bank of India's banking ombudsman have jumped nearly 50% to close to 2 lakh in the last 3 financial years ending March 2019. The average turnaround time for disposal of complaints, though, fell from 53 days in 2017-18 to 47 days in 2018-19. Uday Kotak, the Vice Chairman and Managing Director of Kotak Mahindra Bank, believes that India's financial system is undergoing a Darwinian evolution of the survival of the fittest. He went on to say that historically troubled private sector banks have been merged with government-owned banks. In international news, WeWork has obtained $1.75 billion in new financing with the help of Goldman Sachs. The fundraising push frees up a significant amount of cash for the struggling office-sharing company, and the new line of credit is the first hurdle cleared by SoftBank in its pledge to put together $5 billion in debt financing for WeWork as part of a bailout package. In international markets, US stocks inched higher as manufacturing and housing data in the country topped expectations. US factory production last month rebounded by more than forecast, and the construction of new US homes beat estimates as permits to build climbed to a 12-year high. The three averages climbed 0.1% or less, but still managed to hit record highs. Markets in the Asia-Pacific region, though, have opened mostly lower, with the Japanese and South Korean benchmarks losing about 0.33% and the Australian benchmark trading flat. With that, it's over to Darshan Mehta for the trade setup for the day in India. Good morning, Darshan. How are we looking today?
Hi Alex, good morning everyone. Global cues are muted at this point of time. Asia is slightly weak currently and the SGX Nifty is indicating a mild positive outlook currently. But some of the stocks that we need to watch out for, the telecom stocks will react. TRAI has deferred the abolition of the call termination fee implementation that was there from Jan 1st. Airtel and Vodafone Idea are the net receivers of IUC, which benefit now while Jio is a net payer. Credit Suisse report indicates that the deferment of cut in IUC fees is on expected lines. NMDC has received the extension in respect of mining leases for 4 deposits for a period of 20 years by the Chhattisgarh government. Future Chain Solution, the board approved allotment of 38 lakh shares to Nippon Express on a preferential basis. The allotment is done at a price of 664 per share, which is at a 36% premium. Aster DM held an analyst meet. They are confident of financial growth led by capacity expansion both in GCC and India. Focus on asset-light model and improving financials would help improving in FCF as well as ROCE. Easing capex cycle could potentially lead to FCF turning positive in FY21 and cash flow generated to either reduce debt or pay out as dividends as per the management. Axis Caged Engineering Technologies is selected by Airbus to work on fuselage, product development and customer support services across different Airbus locations. Goodyear to close manufacturing operations for the Haryana plant from December 21st to 30th to align production with market demand. Bombay Burma Trading, in which the promoter Bombay Dyeing sold in 4.05 lakh shares at 1025 per share. In terms of IPO, Prince Pipe IPO opens today. The price band is at 177 to 178 per share. And Mazgaon Dock Shipbuilders received the SEBI nod for IPO. In terms of brokerages, HSBC has maintained a buy on Hindalco with a target price of 600. The management expects Novelis to sustain an EBITDA per ton upwards of 400 and they are confident that the merger will go through. Axis Capital has cut the target price on L&T with a target price of 1610 from the earlier 1803. Maintaining a buy, they reckon public spending has picked up and is back to monthly ordering. They cut the EPS estimates by 4 to 6% for the next 2 years on risk of the bullet train order. Credit Suisse has maintained an outperform with a target price of 3055 on Dr. Reddy's. They believe that the Remvelid trial delayed by 6 months due to delay in closure of the expert discovery. Finally, a lot of reports coming in on HUL post the guidance cut by the parent, in which Credit Suisse has cut the target price to 2150, Goldman Sachs has cut the target price to 1730, and JP Morgan has cut the target price to 2100. But there's much more you need to know before trade actually starts. For that, log on to our website bloombergquint.com and click on the All You Need to Know tab and you'll be prepared for morning trade.
Thanks, Darshan. Well, that's all we have for you in this podcast, but there's a lot more on the website, just like Darshan said, so don't forget to check it out. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Have a great day.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you could listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma. Or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.